Hey everybody, Harry P with the Driftless Homestead. Hey, today we're out at the off-grid property. It's hunting season. We're out here doing it, taking a couple stands. Had a real good time last night. I was on stand, and yesterday I seen a fawn, and we've got a deer overpopulation problem here. So I had in my mind I was going to kill a doe, and this fawn come out, and boy, he spent 2 hours milling around by my stand, and I got some video of it. I'm going to share it with you on this video. And I'm watching this fawn, and I'm getting ready to analyze it first, because I don't want to be like some people I know that shoot buck fawns. And I looked, and you could see the little nubs on there. So he lived another day. Hopefully he lived 4 more years. And it's going to turn out to be a nice buck for the wall, and good food. So that's what happened yesterday. And something else happened to me, and I don't know if you guys have seen this before. It's my first time. As it was getting closer to dark, a raccoon was walking across. So I thought, oh, cute, you know, a raccoon. I'm going to take some video of that. So I took some video of the raccoon walking across. It wasn't a big adult raccoon. It was probably a juvenile of some age. I don't know. I don't age raccoons. Anyway, I watched this raccoon go over across in front of me, and then I was watching for some deer as it was that perfect time, when just the daylight's coming to an end and your last few minutes of the hunt. All of a sudden I watched this raccoon off in the distance, not that far in the distance, probably, I don't know, maybe 30 yards. This raccoon climbs this hackberry tree. I've seen raccoons climb trees before, so I didn't think of anything of it. But he's silhouetted into the setting sun of the sky, and I'm watching this raccoon, and he climbed out to the very end of these branches. And he was reaching and pulling stuff in, and he'd go to another branch and he'd reach and pull stuff in. And to tell you the truth, I've never seen it. I've got hackberry trees all over the place, but I've never seen any berries. Turns out this raccoon was at the top of the tree eating those hackberries. And now I think back to, raccoons make a mess in the woods. They're always pooping on stuff in certain spots. As a matter of fact, I got some raccoon poop over there. We might go investigate it. But I now realize that what I've been seeing in this raccoon poop is mass quantities of hackberries off of these hackberry trees. So that was kind of interesting, just a little something being out in the off-grid property. Let's walk. I want to show you something else too. Because we are deer hunters, both archery and gun, we come out here and we want to make sure that we're doing the right thing for the game we're chasing. We like to be accurate. We like to make sure that we're making ethical shots and ethical decisions. So what I've done here is I made an archery range so that we can practice archery and make sure that we are pinpoint accurate, so that we dispatch that animal quickly and painlessly. So I want to show you what we've done. What I did was down here I put some bricks, painted them white, put them in the ground, and then painted it white, put it in the ground, and then I used a black paint marker and wrote 30 on there. And because the grass was kind of tall and the white paint's kind of fading, I let someone else come out, so I quickly used my marking paint that I use for trees, and I just did a little orange circle around it so he can find it. But I've been thinking about it. I think I'm going to change this. So what I'm going to do is I'll turn that brick the other way to the target, and at 30 yards like this one is, I'll have 3 white bricks. So it doesn't matter, there's nothing to fade. If you find 3 white bricks, you're at 30 yards. Here's the target down here, and I want to show you what we did there, because we're not finished yet. There's some tune-ups that we have to do to it. We just haven't done it yet. So let's walk down there and I'll show you what we did. I was raised a gun hunter, and used to go gun hunting all the time, enjoyed it thoroughly. But then I started bow hunting, and that's my true passion, is bow hunting. Because gun hunting, these deer, are running back and forth between these different hunters, and you're shooting them on the run a lot of times. You don't see the animal in its natural conditions, so you're not really learning anything. You're just shooting deer and executing, which, you know, is only probably half the game, you know. So when I started archery hunting, you start to observe a lot more, you know, whether it be different birds or squirrels, or, you know, like last night with the raccoon, or that fawn buck that I watched for 2 hours, you know, going around eating different things, and I'm learning the deer's habits and what they're eating. I learned something new about that raccoon, definitely eating those hackberries. So, bow hunter. So here's what we did. I had one of these bag targets hanging here, and my bow at 70 pounds would shoot through it all the time. And I know I got a couple arrows back there I got to go see if I can find. So we got these block type targets here, and my brother got some belting. We're going to run down the back to the back of our box here. So we built a box so that we can be ethical. We filled it full of sand. So there's a couple of screws here that we strap a wire or string or fishing line across there, and we'll hang a cardboard target with a spot to hold on, and then we'll shoot into it. Because if you shoot into this is nice sand, with your broadhead, you're not going to destroy your broadhead. If you shoot into this target, you're going to destroy this target with the broadhead. So I would suggest that not only do you shoot your field points to sight in and get accurate and comfortable with your bow, but then you shoot the broadheads to make sure they're flying in the same spot that your field tips do, so you can ethically hunt deer. So on this sand target, we put that blue tarp, I know it's not attractive, in there so the sand doesn't go through the top and then the black dirt doesn't work its way up. So it's just to keep the sand separate. But, you know, this is very soft in here. You can turn this over if you're afraid. Then we got this bucket. We fill it with water and we set it back there where we're going to shoot from. We've got a little brush, and we can clean up our broadheads to make the next shot. So if we could duplicate a good broadhead being shot over and over again, so we can figure out and correct any flight issues that we might have with that broadhead, so it's sitting in the same spot. It didn't take long, and I kept it simple. We figured we based it on 4 feet wide, 4 feet deep. We cut the wood. It's treated lumber. It's going to last a very long time. These are treated wood here. I forgot to bring in screws. I got the duct tape on there temporarily holding in that cross brace there. So that's our target, our archery target for practicing archery. I would, you know, if you're going to get into archery, I would join an archery club. Sometimes they're a little unique. They have different activities, a lot of stuff for kids. Trust me, the archery clubs love to have kids come out, and they do youth things for the youth to get them interested and make sure that they're doing things correctly. A lot of archery clubs, when you join them, ask for work hours. It's neither here nor there. It's not a bad thing. The reason I don't belong to an archery club right now, it's probably mostly because the political thing, and I'm not talking about Republican and Democrat. I'm talking about the inner workings of the club. Sometimes you go to these meetings because you're a member and you're supposed to put your input in, and people argue about the stupidest stuff. So, I mean, that was one of those things I didn't care to hang around for. So I quit doing that. So we made our own archery range here. So we can sight in. We go out to 60 yards, you know, so if I go hunt something else that I need to have more distance on, I can get proficient at that range. So that's why we did that. I like to go to archery shoots I haven't been to in a while, so I hope to do that. So let me show you something a raccoon has been doing. These are pallets that I have stacked up to pile my firewood, and here, this raccoon, because they poop in the same place all the time, he's chose the inside of this pallet to poop on. And what I want to show you today, how many other YouTubers are going to show you poop and play with it? But the interesting thing when I look back at this, see these little balls here? Right here? This is raccoon poop too, but I think these are the hackberry seeds. That the raccoon is eating hackberries, and this is what it looks like when it comes out their foul end. I don't know. You tell me what you think. Maybe you know more about raccoons than I do, which is very easy. I'm not a raccoon expert, so. We got a lot of things going on out here at the off-grid property. We got the archery target. We've got archery season. Got all of our firewood, free firewood mounting up. Here's something interesting. This tree, I don't know if you can see it, it's all burnt up. Guy had silver maple removed in his backyard, piled it up, got a price for just leaving it lay because he was a friend of mine, and he thought Harold's gonna take this away for me so I don't have to pay the guy any money to haul it away. So that's what he did. I was over at his house cutting one day, didn't think anything about it, did a hard day's work, left. The next day I go over there to go back to work over there, and they say to me, and I look over there, and all the wood I was gonna get is all burnt up, and there was stuff blacker than that and burnt through more than that. So I thought, wow, I wonder if he changed his mind. He's going a different direction on this. So I go over there and I said, hey, are we doing something different here? You know, I noticed you were burning stuff. Turns out they thought I started the fire. What I think happened was there might have been some metal in the tree. My chainsaw cut it, made a spark, and it held in the tree or the brown leaves or something, and that tree started on fire after I left. And they said they were out at night fighting that fire. They said the flames were as tall as their house, and I had no idea. I don't know if that's ever happened to you. Once again, you can let me know in the comments, but I was a little shook by it because I thought, what if that happened out here, way out here at my off-grid property when I'm cutting wood, and created a forest fire? Yikes. That's what I say, yikes. So, one of those strange but true stories. I'm gonna take you in over here. I got something else I want to show you. So, on the last video, I told you that we were searching for a tractor and we weren't sure what we were gonna buy or what we wanted to do. It's just that it seems like that's what firewood guys do, is they buy tractors, whether it makes sense or not. I know Andrew Easton and Skidder Kev said that a uniloader or bobcat, if you would call it, does much more work and is better for doing firewood than tractors. But I'm going to show you the tractor that I bought. My brother and I bought, to be honest with you. Don't tell his wife. She doesn't watch the channel. She won't know. So, here it is. Oh my God, there's no loader. I know that's what you're thinking. But the reason we bought this is the off-grid property here is a lot to maintain. And that's why we bought this, is to help us maintain the property, not dedicated towards firewood. So what will this do for us? It'll run, our roads are really bad. Hopefully I'll be able to show that to you. Maybe you can go with me and we can fix the roads together. So I'll buy a straight blade and a box blade, and this tractor is great for doing that type of thing and fixing those roads. Has a PTO in the back, and I know I need that because we have tons and tons and tons of brushy areas here, and I don't mind the brushy area over there. because it's filled with black walnut saplings, which is going to be big money someday. Or here is full of blackberries, you know, which, you know, really scratch up your arms when you come through there. But we got areas of multifloral rose and prickly ash that we definitely need to cut out. Plus, we'll be able to use this to put a food plot in. So some of the things that we're going to buy right away with this, as soon as we can find them good used price, right? We only paid $2,500 for this, and it's got new front tires, it's got a new generator, the engine's been rebuilt, brand new carburetor, you can see there. So it's been totally gone through. So we paid $2,500 for it, and it can run the 3-point hitch and a PTO. The big thing is the brush hog, then the box blade and a straight blade is what we're going to get for it right away. I thought it would be neat. So another attachment that would be good for this that I watch Dude Ranch DIY is a chipper. A chipper would help out a lot in the woods. So this will be able to pull trailers full of firewood out of the woods. We could use it to pull trailers to go stack the firewood into stacks. We can use the brush hog, and then we can use the box blade or the straight blade to help us maintain the off-grid property. Who knows? Someday we might get into a uniloader or a tractor. I would think if this is doing all the other stuff we need to do, that maybe a bobcat with a grapple would be a better idea. If you watch that wood guy, that's what he uses. So that wood guy can't be all wrong, can he? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you think we're crazy for buying this, if you think it's a good fit for doing certain jobs like we did and we wanted to, or if you think, start the argument. What's better for doing firewood, a tractor or a uniloader? Let me know what you think. But for now, I want to thank you guys for showing up today, and gals, and I want you to give me a big thumbs up, please, and hit that bell notification so that you're notified every time we put up a video. I would appreciate it. We like having you guys show up, we like having the interaction on the videos, and we hope that you like us too. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time.